Hey mama, welcome to Pregnancy Unpacked. I'm Trish, a labor nurse of 16 years, mom of 7, and your birth bestie. I'm going to be walking you through not just baby bumps and fruit sizes, but the entire identity shift that pregnancy will be for you. Each episode drops every Wednesday, and we're going to unpack what's happening in your body, what to expect, what to do, what's normal, even when it feels extremely weird, and how to actually feel supported emotionally and physically. You're going to hear from me where I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but I'm going to be cheering you on along the way. You can follow along each Wednesday because pregnancy deserves more than outdated advice and Google anxiety. Okay, real talk. This stretch right here, weeks 10 to 12 of pregnancy, it's where everything collides, it hits. Maybe you're still nauseous, you might be exhausted, and you might be wondering, shouldn't I feel excited? Why do I mostly feel weird and disconnected? I see you guys are all feeling different things, a range of emotions, and they're all normal. And they're all okay. I've got you. This episode is all about what's really going on in your body, your brain, your heart during those final weeks of the first trimester. Because mama, this is where huge identity shifts hit and nobody really talks about that. So let's unpack it. First, of course, we're going to talk about what's happening with little baby boo at 10 to 12 weeks. Your baby is leveling up big time right now. They don't look like a gummy bear anymore. By 12 weeks, they're the size of a lime. They have tiny little baby nails, eyelids, and reflexes. Their organs are fully formed and starting to function, and they're moving around, even though you can't feel it yet. The placenta is taking over hormone production. Hands up, because that means you might be feeling better. By the end of week 12, your risk of miscarriage drops significantly from about 10% in the early pregnancy to around 1 to 2%. So that is worth celebrating, even if it's just a quiet little party for yourself. The symptoms, however, are peaking but shifting. So this is usually the peak of nausea and exhaustion. I'm so sorry. But don't worry, it typically gets better by weeks 13 to 14. And you might also notice mood swings that feel next level. You might be crying at commercials or nothing at all, which I remember. You might be feeling like little bits of resentful and anger feelings towards your partner, even if they're not doing anything. Maybe even like their deodorant makes you want to barf. You might be craving weird combos like pickles and Pop-Tarts. Very weird. Constipation, headaches, sore gums, yay, yay, yay to all the things. And increased discharge, which is also normal. And with the sore gums, you might even be having some bleeding when you floss. This can be normal as well, but you can talk to your provider. And sometimes no symptoms at all. And I really recommend that you talk to your provider about whether you should have a dental cleaning or what have you. If you're feeling less pregnant than before, that's also normal, but it can throw you a little. It could mean your hormones are balancing or your body is adjusting. But if you're worried, again, always reach out to your provider. You are not going to bother them, I promise. So I want to talk about the emotional whiplash, because here's what I really want to talk about this week. It can be really hard, this emotional freak out that tends to happen like right now, because you might feel disconnected from your body, not bonded to baby yet, worried that something's wrong with you for not feeling excited, overwhelmed by all the advice and the option, and everybody wants to tell you everything, and unsure, like, what is happening to me? So I want to say this clearly. You don't have to feel excited about every second. You don't have to bond before you're ready to bond, and you don't have to love pregnancy to be an incredible mom. You're growing a human and you're being changed yourself as well. You're not just pregnant, you're becoming a new person. You're becoming a mother. And that shift, it's deep, it's messy, it's sacred, and it's different for all of us. So do not compare yourself. That's your lesson today. Don't compare yourself. Let's talk about mindset and how to support yourself when you feel like your mind is all over the place. So try this mindset reframe. Instead of saying, why am I not enjoying this? Why am I not happy? I want you to say to yourself, I am learning to sit with discomfort while something beautiful is happening within me. Here's what helps. Start a simple pregnancy journal. If you haven't grabbed our first trimester prep pack, grab it today. Go down to the link in bio, go to any post on Instagram and comment first. If you're past first trimester, comment second, or if you're in the third, comment third. Start a simple pregnancy journal. And we have one in the first trimester prep pack, which is why I blurbed that in there. And then talk about it. Talk with friends, talk with your partners. If you're inside of Calm Mama Society, our mama membership, talk with us. Saying it out loud removes some of those shame and guilt that we put on ourselves. Begin visualizing your birth, not in detail, but start putting the energy there. How do you want it to feel? Safe, powerful, supported. It's your birth, girl. And again, I'm going to say this all the time. It's the perfect time to start your birth class. So I'd love to invite you into our classes. This is where your learning needs to start. So you haven't decided yet, pick a birth class. We've got the Calm Labor Confident Birth Pod, which is an audio-based course. And then we have the full course, Calm Labor Confident Birth. If you need any more information, shoot me a DM on Instagram with the word class, and they'll make sure it's assigned to me. Now, mama, you're not alone. And you're not failing if you don't feel like all, Instagram perfect. You're not behind. You're not the only one feeling this way. Your body is doing a lot of work and you're exhausted and you may not feel well and you just don't feel like yourself, but you're holding the tension of who you're becoming and who you were. You're doing it amazing. I'm so proud of you. You're doing enough. You are enough, and you don't have to figure it out all today. Next week, we're kicking off the second trimester, y'all, finally, with some energy shifts, how to vet your provider to make sure they are on track with you, how to read their body language, and why now is the time to start building your birth team. Until then, rest, hydrate, eat what you can, speak kindly to your beautiful body that's doing all this wild, holy work, because you're the magic. Don't forget it, mama. I'll see you again next Wednesday. Bye for now.